Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday. Hello, Walnut. Welcome to another episode of Walnut Wednesday. How are you this week? Tell me with your voice, because this week is all about my voice. How was episode 80 for you? I would like to know, because this episode, my walnutting this week is actually going to be a little bit about episode 80, because it was such a controversial kind of topic for me, and a little bit heavy for me, and a little bit walnutty for me. Female wounding, feminism, domestic violence, rape culture, all of those topics are quite controversial, and they make me uncomfortable discussing them in particular places as well, but especially when it comes to like politics or topics that can be quite what's the word, like opinionated. People have very strong opinions about them, and quite confronting too, I suppose. I don't tend to express myself or pipe up, even though I have opinions and feelings and emotions, because I blame it on my voice, that my voice doesn't work properly. And because I discovered after the episode last week that I'm not really nervous about my voice itself. It's the anticipation of what I'm going to say that will come out, because I feel like in the past evidence has suggested that I always kind of just, when I say things, they kind of come out wrong. And I've talked about this on the podcast quite a few times, but do let me know if you resonate with that, where it's just like you have this passion in your mind, you've got this like passion in your heart, and you've got a thing you want to share, and then when you go to say the words, either you choke up and nothing comes out at all, and you feel like really stupid, which is, when I say you, I mean me, or things just come out a little bit jarring and jumbled, and they leave you feeling quite deflated. That's my experience with this kind of stuff anyway. So episode 80 is actually such a testament to how far I've come. And I say this because I went back and listened to episode number 32, which is called I Struggle With My Voice, which came out during the Black Lives Matter movement last year, where I just felt feelings, I had thoughts, and I just couldn't find a way to verbally, with my voice, express them. And I ended up expressing myself in the episode, not by talking about what I felt about that particular movement, but I expressed that how difficult it was for me to even explain how I feel, sort of thing. And yeah, listening back to that in almost 50 episodes, I just think I have grown so much, despite still having the struggles with my voice, despite still doing Facebook Lives and having that voice practice. I feel like I carry myself a lot differently now, even though I still don't feel that confident with my words and my voice at the same time. I hope that makes sense. So my walnutting this week, Walnut, is that despite how I still don't feel 100% confidence in my voice, I've learned that I don't need to use my voice or my words on my own. And I think episode 80 with Kate was a true testament to that. With that as my example for my walnutting, I found someone like Kate who I admire in the way that they use their voice, how she uses her voice, how she holds herself in terms of conversations like that, is so, she says things in a way that express what I feel or think in my heart, and she just pitches questions and things in a way that actually do make me think. And that's exactly why I wanted to bring that conversation to you, so you could experience what I have in my friend Kate, when we just talk all the time. And where are my notes? Excuse me. Yeah. I collaborated with her rather than feeling all this overcoming pressure to use my voice and talk about something that I wanted to talk about and discuss on my own. The collaboration between her and I, she asked me questions and I asked her questions, and we had an actual discussion, which is I just thought that was so cool and such progress for me, because again, it just takes that like weight off of my shoulders, feeling like I have to do everything when I don't. So yeah, so Kate being there, collaborating with her, it helped me drive a conversation, because she kind of took that conversation, she steered the way with that one, and I kind of just, I suppose, facilitated as the podcast host. And it was in a way that I meant in my heart and my brain and with my thoughts, but I didn't have to worry about mincing my words and bumbling around because I was nervous or scared about how my words might not make any sense. It was quite a safety place, and yeah, I didn't have to worry about my intention coming across the wrong way, because it was such a neutral kind of space at the same time. So my walnutting this week is, yay, I've come so far and are learning to collaborate, and you don't have to carry everything on your own. And so from this episode, Walnut, I suppose what I want to give you is that we, you, we don't have to carry the weight of everything on our own shoulders. And this is by no means a cop out for me or you to cop out of having confronting conversations or get someone else to have them for you. It's a challenge. It's a stepping stone to move into how I want to use my words, or how I want to express myself via, collaborating with somebody else, because you choose who you want to, use words with, don't you? And what was I going to say? Yeah, it's a stepping stone to move into how I want to use my words, especially when it comes to group situations or particular conversations like the controversial ones that I do have thoughts about. And usually they do make me want to hide and I feel down about myself. So this is such a constructive way to do that collaboration aspect of this new walnutting that I have done, realized, I suppose. So Walnut, this week, I'm going to ask you, I will challenge you, where can you collaborate or lean on someone close to you without making it be a cop out, without getting them to do the thing for you, but where can you lean on someone to aid you with something? And it could be something as simple as like asking your hubby to rub your back, or asking your friend to pick up the cheesels because you ran out of time because you've been a scatterbrain. Thank you, Mandy, for picking up the cheesels in the weekend. I appreciate you and I love you. And she has a baby and I don't. And she's still got the cheesels. Now that's what I call a good friend. Where can you ask someone in full trust for feedback of an idea that you had, or show them a picture that you designed in full trust that they're not going to steal it or use it for themselves, to give you actual feedback that's good for your growth and collaborative? I hope I'm making sense, but that's my challenge, Walnut. Where can you collaborate or lean on, not dump on, someone close to you? That's my question to you this week, Walnut, because my walnutting this week, collaborating with Kate, I mean, I collaborate with her every 10 episodes, but I think this one was such a, it was a topic that would frighten me, and I don't think I would have been able to carry a conversation like that on my own. It would have turned into something like episode 32, where I had to not directly discuss the topic, but go around how I feel about the ripple effect of the topic rather than the topic. I hope that makes sense. So with that in mind, let me know how you go, Walnut, and where can you use the people around you in a constructive, collaborative way that helps you So where can you walnut and do that? I hope that makes sense, Walnut. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And if you haven't actually listened to episode 80, I would love to hear what you think, and join the walnut tree if you have further discussion on it. I did a poll in the group and there was lots of thoughts and feelings around it, which was great. So fully encourage you to jump in there and share anything, really. It doesn't even have to be about that episode. It's a safe, delicious space for us to just talk and be walnuts and be brave. So feel free. You're always welcome. And thank you so much for your time and for listening to this episode. I so appreciate you. I love having you here and I want to hear from you. So with that, have a happy Walnut Wednesday. You are beautiful, you are sexy, you are delicious, and you are a brave, wonderful walnut. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.